All right, all right, all right. Okay, what happened? Our timer just went kaplooey. And right now we are here. So, hi everybody. Welcome to Victory Talk. Okay, let me. Oh, snap. Now I just turned my laptop off. Okay, y'all. Help me, Jesus. And so this is going to be a good session of Victory Talk because, yeah, stuff is a little weird tonight. But that's kind of like been what it's been like all week. Has it not? It's Sunday started off crazy. So then everything else just went with it. So, but it's all good. We are excited to be with you guys tonight on excuse me on Victory Talk. And I'm with my little sister.
Hey everybody, it's Friday. I had to kick it up a notch because that's that 72-degree pitch for y'all.
Girl. Okay.
Well,
It
kick it
was
up,
so
pump it up, pump it
nice
up, pump it up.
outside. You justifiably had your toes out today. And you didn't have on your winter coat, did you?
No coat with the toes today.
So I was so excited, y'all. I was so excited to be outside in the warm weather. The sun was beaming on my face. I got to do some yard work, my version of yard work, because y'all know I'm not down for that cut the grass life. That's not my thing. But I cleaned out my flower boxes. So I had a really good day. A really, really good day. So we are excited to be with you guys for Victory Talk tonight. And tonight is the marriage editions. So you see we have our sweeties with us. My lovey right here. You want to say hi?
Hello, everybody. How are you doing this evening?
That was very distinguished, bro.
Yes. Yes.
Look, they switching, they doing role reversal. He got the energy that this one usually have, and this one is a little bit more upbeat tonight.
Oh my gosh. Well, he came in and he was, you didn't see him when y'all came on, when y'all first came on, did you?
I did.
Girl.
I did.
Girl, okay. But anyway, all right, y'all. So it is the marriage edition. Y'all know how we do. Y'all call somebody, text somebody, tweet somebody, share, share, share. Tell them Victory Talk is on, and we're going to be talking about marriage. And this marriage edition, oh, it is going to be fire. Y'all want to be here for this, and you want to share it. Tonight, we're going to be talking about how to help your marriage thrive. Even when you're busy, it's hard to thrive when you're busy, but even when you're busy, we have to be intentional and work hard at helping our marriages to thrive and to grow and to, overall blossom. We are in spring. And there is no better time than to talk about blossoming and thriving in your marriage than right now. So I'm excited about that. And let's just take a minute and say happy heavenly birthday to my sister girl, Reverend Candace Denise Gray. We miss you, sis, but we know that you are out there looking out for us, and we thank God for you and the impact that your life had on ours. So Pastor Phil.
Yes.
Okay, he's the distinguished. So, what makes marriage not just last but thrive? Is it commitment, hard work, knowledge, skill, or just dumb luck? Who even knows? Each one is unique in its own way. Granted, sometimes it is just dumb luck, but we can increase our odds. Emotions of love is wonderful, but some are naive about what might strain a marriage. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Some folks, they all they want to do is get to the wedding day. They want to do whatever they got to do to get to the wedding day and go through all of that stuff and not thinking about what's going to be like when you walk back up that aisle.
Yeah.
We didn't know what we didn't know, and most people don't know what they don't know about marriage. But we are committed to learning and growing older together. Following are some ideas on what we can do and how we can make a difference in our marriages. So love and commitment are decisions, not feelings. Yes, we also feel love for each other, but not always so intensely. I don't know about anybody else, but I truly agree with that statement there. Sometimes it's more of a quiet comfort in knowing that the other is there for us and will be till death do us part. What do you think is the difference between deciding to love and committing to love? What's the difference between deciding to love and committing to love?
Mm.
Wait a minute. Now, hold on. See, deciding to love and committing to love. There you
Mhm.
go. There you go. There you go. There, here we go. Stuff coming up. It's all over there. Just all and I'm trying to figure out this.
Right now, I'm deciding to love you.
No, you're not deciding to love me. You've committed to love me.
No, I'm deciding I don't
Oh,
want.
well, why you acting like you don't understand the question, Maria?
Right!
No, but you
Because
definitely just described
because because
part of the
because
question.
let's think about it. Do you make a conscious decision to fall in love with somebody, or is it just something that overwhelms you and you fall in love?
Facts.
I look at it as though the same thing how we kind of say it's different to love somebody and be in love with somebody. I absolutely believe that it's a difference. Maybe it's not worded correctly, but
It's word of fun.
there is a difference between deciding to love and committing to love because I can say that I love you and I do and I mean it. Committing to love to me means when you're getting on my nerves or you're not my favorite person in the world at any particular circumstance, I am going to be determined to remember that I love you and not choke you out.
So,
See how that works?
and that's the craziest part. For the simple fact that it's not always the negative of things. It's if you love somebody, you love them because you have no choice. Your heart and mind, body, and soul loves this individual without any kind of thought. But the committing is the fact that you don't like me leaving my socks. So I know I love you so much, and I'm committed to loving you that I'll pick those up, even though if I was by myself, they would be right there on the floor. That's committing to love. When you know for that's when you making that face.
I'm making that face because you brought up the socks. I ain't even say nothing
Because
about
that's all I did wrong. Next question. That boy good.
that boy laugh.
I think you commit to love someone after you make a decision to love them.
Right.
I agree. I
Yeah. Okay.
well, so
And this is
well, making a decision to love somebody, it doesn't always happen that way. Listen, I'll be the first one to admit when Phil and I were dating, okay, I really wasn't trying to date to begin with. That was number one. Listen, I had a pair of running shoes that sat by the door, and my theory was this: hey, we gonna hang for a little while, and I'm gonna be out.
But
Okay,
she was,
but
but
listen,
she failed to the wooed. She was wooed.
I had
y'all
gone through
y'all
so
can think
much.
about y'all.
I had gone through so much in my previous relationship or my previous marriage. I didn't want to get married again. I didn't want to be in love. I didn't want to deal with all that. I wanted to raise my children and, take care of business when I needed to take care of business. All
Mm-hmm.
right. Pre-ministry, y'all. Don't judge me. And so when I,
All read between the lines. We know what that means.
right.
Bluesy.
And so I was not trying to have feelings for him. And when I didn't make a decision to love him, it wasn't on my radar. I was just, we was hanging out and, it was good. He wouldn't leave me alone. So I just had to go ahead and, hang out with him because he was just persistent. He wouldn't leave me alone. But the morning when I woke up one morning and realized that my heart longed for this man, that I was in love with him, I shut down. So I did not make a decision to love him. It literally, I slipped and fell in love with him. It wasn't a choice. As a matter of fact, it was against my own will.
That's what I'm saying.
Scandalous.
You can't choose love. Trust me.
Right? You
I'm
can't,
in
I
fact,
don't feel like you can choose love. Like,
hey,
some
you
love,
know,
let me say that.
you can, like you said, you can love or commit to love. I know I'm in love, and eventually I'm gonna be committed because this one right here get on my last nerve. But I make a conscious effort. Next question.
I put up with you. I don't know what you see. Y'all know how we do on Victory Talk. It's like hot topics, the marriage edition. Y'all already know what you in for. So we about to go off the rails with this one because you making it seem like you put up with me.
Whoa, wait a minute,
Oh, wait a
Michonne.
minute, hold
You
on, hold
drinking
on.
a soda.
Wait a minute. Hold up.
That's
Antoine
a
said,
soda.
Be sponsor.
He got a soda pass because he about to be on them jerseys. But anyway,
them juices. Antoine said, hey, Antoine.
Yo,
Antoine says, I'm not sure if you actually make the decision to love.
thanks.
He says, Uncle Phil gave her that praise and work.
Why have we
I,
come?
I can't even see that, but I know it. I know where he was going. And again, read in between the lines.
See, I don't know. I think, I think, no, I'm thinking you can fall in love with somebody and you're just head over heels for that person. But, if you're at a time and a place in your life that, this just ain't gonna go,
Mm.
and you can be in love, but make that decision not to love them. Because I'm just in a space right now. I mean, and that could come from like a past hurt or something like that you can just make that decision. I'm in love with you, but I'm making a decision not to love you.
But I'm glad that you mentioned that because that is honestly the truth. I went through that. Early on in me, Sean and I's relationship, we went through some things. And so, we broke up and I was every day I'm waking up. I'm not gonna love this fool. I'm not gonna love this fool. I'm not gonna love this fool. I don't care what he say. I don't care how many times he show up, how many times he calls, how many times he comes by. I am refusing. And even though, like, deep down, I still did, but I was practicing and trying to exercise the fact that I didn't. I was lying to myself.
I'm about to. I call you. Did I call you after we broke up?
Well, and
I was trying to get up out of there.
No, you was not. Yeah, okay. And
And I'm
see,
sitting here reading Antoine said that's making the decision not to act on the love. You are still in love. Never saying that you're not in love. You've just decided not to love. And so you go through withdrawal because look, I just can't deal with you. I can't deal with you. And then sometimes you fall in love with somebody and your eyes are open enough to see that this person is not right for me. I love you, but you are not right for me. Now that's a hard one there.
But so at that point, you haven't made, it's like, it wasn't like necessarily that you made a decision to love again. You're just, some people you're just naturally drawn to. Whether you make the decision to love them or not, I stand by that. I absolutely stand by that. You can fall in love with somebody and it not necessarily be your choice. And that's why, listen, I do not condone, stepping outside of your marriage or anything like that. What I do say is that I have heard of people saying, I met this person and I was just drawn to them. I was just drawn to them. At that point, you should get out of your,
Well,
if you know that your marriage is not,
is that love or lust?
it could be both. It could be both.
Lustful love or loving the lust?
Ah, Antoine said, y'all giving us the first topic for marriage ministry. Laugh out loud. That's me.
No, I'm trying to start some fights.
Because
No, y'all go and take your notes from Victory Talk Marriage Edition.
Take
Go
it,
ahead.
take it.
because
We
there
got y'all
is-
back.
Because do you know how similar love and lust are?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. There is a thin line. There is a, and I think that, well, I say that there's a thin line, but I think that people get the two confused. I think that people can get, because when when you are thinking of love in terms of how a person physically makes you feel, when it comes to the intimate part. But then when the intimacy is done and y'all don't have nothing in common, y'all can't have a conversation. Y'all, there's nothing between you. Are you really in love with that person? No, you're lust. You think you're in love with him. And a lot of times women, and unfortunately I hate to say this, ladies, but a lot of times women, because our emotions get twisted up. Why are you looking at me like that, sir?
Well, no, I was just thinking. I don't know how many of y'all out there watch Family Guy, but there's a character who's on Family Guy. His name is Quagmire. Giggity giggity giggity. Well, anyway, Quagmire, he plays the Mac Daddy role to get girls, and then you'll see the very next day, and the girl is saying, Quagmire, are we gonna have breakfast? And Quagmire says, no, we are not gonna have breakfast. I'm gonna have breakfast. You're gonna catch a cab.
Ain't that the one that don't talk right? That's probably why, because he done got hit upside his head. That's Quagmire.
It's like giggity giggity giggity. Quagmire.
That's why he talked like that, because some woman then went upside his head for that foolishness.
No, what that really was is he got some bad.
Anyway, y'all are going where y'all gonna make me pull out. Now I'm supposed to be Phil tonight, Phil and Jackie, not Pastor Phil, because really I'm gonna pull out my pastorly pimp hand because y'all just going way off the reservation.
Hey, it's the marriage edition.
Family Guy.
You brought up Family Guy. Giggity, giggity, giggity. Come on, King.
Out of all people, you brought up Quagmire.
Right. Where else is there to go?
Oh my gosh, we got any more comments before we jump to our next topic?
Let me see.
You know what? Miss Victoria just said lust. ...
Ew.
Oh,
Next question.
She also said Pastor woo-wooed you couldn't help it. She said you put up with each other, both of you have issues. Oh, I think she's talking to me and Michonne on that one. Listen, I know what my issues are. That's the thing. We have these conversations all the time. I can own up to mine. I don't leave socks around the house. I do other things.
All of the rest of the stuff.
Don't want to know.
all right, Key, come on with number 2. Our viewers, we see y'all out there. Y'all got any other comments on this topic?
Hey, Cynthia.
Oh man! All right, y'all.
Let me see. Did anybody get anything from over the? Let me see. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. There's quite a few comments over on the.
No, everything from everything else is.
Oh, everything else is okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you got everything. Okay. All right. So.
Wait a minute. My little brother, hey Richard. I didn't say that hey to everybody in the comments, but. He said, like Nelly is getting hot in her on Victory Talk. And Antoine said, no, please move on, LOL.
Please move on. Please move on.
All right.
I have to go back to this now. Let's have our next topic, please.
After you done open Pandora's box, now you try to put the lid back on.
You can't put the lid back on Pandora's box. It's impossible.
I know.
Somebody said, for all you put up with from your spouse, they put up with the same shenanigans off you. I don't know who you want to said that,
Miss
but
Victoria.
you are right. You are right.
Miss Victoria.
Absolutely.
All right, Miss Victoria, you are absolutely right there.
All
All
right,
right,
come on.
y'all. So we gonna talk about intellectual connections. If one person advances in career or education, it can leave the other out of the loop. Companions who share more of the same passions start to use the energy previously directed towards one spouse. It's more stimulating to talk with someone who gets it. So, how important do you feel that it is to stay connected and engage with your spouse in their career, educations, or interests? I just said educations with an S.
With
She
the
said
S.
she said education. So you just null and voided that subject right there.
Look, you throw the whole sentence out the window.
Nope, because I'm right there with you, cuz. So we on the same wave.
Oh, now you
We on
want
the
to ride
same
with me.
wave
Now
now.
you want to be my partner and whatnot. All right,
School Monday through Thursday. Friday we can say educations.
there it is. I know me and my sister talk about this all the time because with these tech guys waking up first thing in the morning talking these techie things before I can even like get my call before I can get out the bed and try to get myself together a little bit. And so this speaks to that. We be trying. I'm just saying we be trying. A lot of the things I don't understand. Some of the things make my head hurt, but I'm still going to listen. I'm still going to engage. I'm still actually going to ask questions because some things I'm learning. But yeah, I think it's very important to be involved in what they're involved in, to care about what they care, to try to develop a passion for what they have a passion for, and vice versa, because you you're going to be separated if you just go your way and you do the things that you do and they do the things that they do. That's where that it gives separation a chance to creep in and
Yes.
divide you. And
Yes.
That's and that's why I was going to say continue with that because this is not just careers. Because to be honest with you, I don't know about the target audience or anything like that. I can speak for me, Sean. I don't like talking about work. When I'm done work, I don't want to talk about work. So we share way more interest than just our career goals and paths because literally everything that we're interested in, we typically do together, especially movies and the way we just engage in conversation about politics and things of that nature. But when it comes to tech, they think, bro, I got 5 cameras. I told you I was coming.
Oh, you got it?
I told you I was coming.
yeah, and I heard about it every second of every minute
You
of
got to do your
every hour
research.
of every day until he got it.
You got to do your research.
I was hurrying up, boots smoking. Get the phone, Sean. Please get the phone, Sean.
One of the things I used to love about the other marriage ministry was Mr. Carl and Miss Pam Bethea. And I can't remember right now off the top of my head how long they were married, but they were married a long time. And Mr. Carl was a wealth of knowledge. In one of the meetings, he shared the three ahas and the okay.
That's Mr. Al.
No, that was Mr. Carl.
That's Mr. Al.
That started with Mr. Carl.
Did it?
Look.
I'm almost positive it started with
I think
Mr.
you're
Carl.
wrong.
You think I'm wrong?
I think that's
Okay, well
Mr.
then I'm
Al
gonna
speaks.
if I'm wrong, okay, well then if it came from Mr. Al, both of them were married for a very long time. It could have come from Mr. Al Speaks. All right. But they shared with us the three ahas and the okay. And I believe
Okay.
Yep.
I believe that the three ahas and the okay is helpful because I need to know that he's listening, even if he don't get everything that I'm talking about. Okay, I need him to know because I was going to tell him myself. What I mean, Sean, I'm gonna go ahead and tell him myself.
I'm gonna tell on myself soon as you finish.
I need him to know that I hear him. I may not understand it, and a lot of it I don't understand. I honestly don't. But I need him to know that I'm listening. I'm listening, and every now and then I grab a word and I'll ask him something about that word. And I usually learn something because when y'all know how he do it, he tell a story. He go round Robin Hood Barn, up the street. He stopped by, the grocery store and all that stuff when I only asked that one thing. But so I usually learn something. And so, but I think it is important that we do, engage in each other's, interests and, share and just let the other person know that I support you. I may not understand it till it's in, fullest, but I support you. Because when your spouse knows that you support them, they don't have to go looking for that encouragement, that stroking, and that support from anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, big sis.
All right, go ahead, Michon.
I gotta keep it a buck with you. If I say, okay, that means I'm not listening. I ain't hear nothing that you said. So that's my clear indicator to let you know that I don't want no fights right now. But if you start talking and I'm doing something, I'm like, yup. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, yup. I ain't hear nothing you said. Right. Next question.
Next question. Sir, you every time he say something sideways, then he say next question and expect us to move on.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Did you see the eyebrow? The one eyebrow went up and the other one.
You know what? But me, Sean talking all the talk, but he don't be he act like he listening. If you ain't learned nothing in these 10 years, you'd have learned it at least. Because I don't know how you do it, but when I finish talking and I say you're not even listening, then you just start repeating back to me what I said. So you
I'm
be hearing something.
Antoine, Pastor Phil, myself, I'm a tech. I can't not process what you're saying. You might say something of interest, so I'm definitely listening. But when I choose to cut off bits and pieces, you might get
So
that.
what you
saying?
saying?
So in other words, I need to start waiting until he's distracted and tell him about all of my Amazon purchases and packages that's about to come.
No, once you say Amazon, that immediately gets our attention.
No, bro. Don't worry about the Amazon. They can talk all they want to. My 5 cameras gonna tell me that Amazon. I get the notification immediately. I'm in the cart nowadays. I get an Amazon notification.
Kiara, why he told me the other day?
Wait a minute, Antoine. You said you with Misha on there. Do I gotta call up my sister and tell, or she sitting beside you and you just cray? What you talk about? You with him? You talk about the I ain't listening part? Cause I'm telling.
We telling Antoine. We telling.
We talking about the Amazon. Y'all know good and well.
Yeah,
see, y'all trying to shift the conversation when we go back to Amazon. We know Amazon is of the devil.
Amazon might be the devil, Pastor.
Y'all don't say that when you're getting the things. I don't.
Who get what?
Lord, when he finally gets something out of all the things, that's a blessing.
Do you got drawers? You got drawers. You good. You straight.
Right.
That's all right, because I'm about to be blessing this juicer for the next week while he drinking his meals and crying about a daggone sandwich. That's what he's about to be doing.
Oh.
Antoine said, Antoine's feeling froggy tonight.
He said, no, I'm not talking about Amazon.
Who said she knows? And I'm not talking about Amazon. Okay, all right, we got some good discussions to have on Sunday at the church then.
Antoine got to get out. He got to go to choir rehearsal. Antoine, you tell Ty, I said, how dare he have choir rehearsal on the marriage ministry edition of Victory Talk?
Oh, make sure you tell him.
Make sure you tell him.
Y'all better be.
And make sure you tell him I said,
oh, you know what? Y'all know what, please.
Miss Tina said, read Tina's comment.
Say, for years, I did not show interest in my husband's sports love, in part because I didn't like sports. But I also thought he didn't want me to ask questions or watch it with him. When I learned that he actually loves when I show interest, he enjoys it. So I started sitting with him, learning stuff of my own. It took our relationship to another level. Plus, I found out that I was interested in it after all.
Yeah.
Don't look at me. Listen, I'm glad.
As soon as you say whatever you
No,
say,
I'm about to say I'm glad that you don't watch sports anymore because I tried to learn. Now I'm all for basketball. I'll go to the games. I'll watch it on TV. I'll do all the things. That daggone football, I can't understand it. I didn't try it 75 different ways. I didn't purchase football explanation for dummies. It's too technical. It's too technical.
Well, you know
So
what?
I know touchdown.
No, I
That's
got
what
you.
I
Well, you
know.
know what? Well, you know what? Jackie
And
learned
sometimes I
football.
cheer for the wrong team when they do a touchdown. I don't be knowing what's going on.
But you know, Jackie learned football because it was either learn football or it was a during football season separation, and she chose to learn football.
Yeah.
But it don't. No. Wait, hold on. But it really doesn't have to be a separation because just like if I'm watching something on TV that me, Sean, most of the time we watch the same stuff. But if I'm watching something he's not so interested in, he's going to be sitting right beside me while I'm watching it, watching something on his phone, one of them dumb YouTube videos or something that he be watching. But we still be together.
But she just said you're interested in your interests. Why myself gotta be dumb though? But anyway, with that being said, it's not always sports because that's why I was trying to catch you. I might not watch sports, but remember how much y'all listen. You guys right there are my pastor and first lady. When we were having marriage problems, we came to you. Y'all know how it was about the Xbox and the video game. Well, guess what? There's a video game that comes out, and when it come out, she play it till the game is over. Or we ain't played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What's the game called?
So,
all right then. All right then.
But what are you? You're saying that to say what?
Sometimes when you sit down and actually engage and try to see what's so interesting for that person, you might get reeled in yourself. Just saying.
Yeah, for like
when the new game come out
for a day or two.
Yeah, because you play the whole game in one sitting.
Whatever.
She a gamer for like a whole game. She'll sit down and play the whole game all the way through. I think it's a horror game. What is it called?
You're a hater, cuz. Next question.
Next question. We went to the next. All right.
No, but you know what? I'm going to tell you something interesting about that. Jackie used to always talk about me. You and your gadgets. You got all these gadgets here. All these gadgets. And I can't stand all this. But now she's got her smartphone. She's got her Surface tablet. She's got her iPad. Then you go in her office. She got this whole nother setup in there because she got engaged in it. And once she got engaged, oh, look at the stuff I can do, girl.
Talk about the kitchen devices. Oh, all right, because y'all be forgetting about those. I want a phone, but you talking about some $300 smoothie maker.
Oh, no. Here we go. Because you had to open that can of worms. No. We're going to get this out. I remember there was this one year. She had to have this pressure cooker, but it had to have certain features, and it had to be a certain color. And guess what? I went out looking for this thing. Matter of fact, I found one.
He went all the way to Canada.
I found one. It had everything she wanted, but it was not the right color. I had to wind up having one shipped from Canada. And guess where it is? In the garage, collecting dust. It got used twice. It's in the garage, collecting dust.
It got used more than twice.
We talking about our devices.
Miss Victoria said, don't allow them to watch any Mexican movies. Them subtitles are the devil. Yes, Miss Victoria. Yes.
Oh, man.
And then they want you to read the subtitles to them.
Well, no, I don't want her to read the subtitles to me, especially when we're watching like Chinese movies. I want her to tell me what they said.
No. That's the thing. They wasn't always Mexican films.
No, they were not. It was anything that they didn't speak English was classified as a Mexican movie.
Did y'all hear that shot right there?
I
See,
can't
we done
read.
we done
So
we
I
done
can't.
moved on past that.
If I want to read something, I'm gonna read a book. I can't be watching no movie and reading.
Just don't
That's
do it
just
on
not my.
Fridays.
That's not my thing. It's too much.
You got me stopping and starting the movie, stopping and starting.
What
And
they say?
and
What
then
they
their
say?
mouths don't match up with what they saying. I'm like, wait, are they really saying that?
If their mouths matched up, they probably be speaking English.
Tina said, "This is so." Wait a minute, I'm gonna knock my thing over. What Tina
So
say?
she get ready to knock her iPad over. They're sitting down. Her iPad and Surface are both sitting
I'm
here.
not gonna knock over my iPad, y'all. It's not gonna happen.
No, petty, because I feel like it's a difference between talking about gigabytes, megahertz, megawatts, pixels, megapixels, all of these
She's
things.
learning.
You know what? Hey,
There's
you know
a
what?
difference between talking about these
Hey,
things using
hey,
gadgets.
Oh,
hey,
here's the queen.
hey, Michon,
Teaching, Phil.
Michon. Jackie don't want to hear nothing about that until her laptop is running slow. I need some more RAM. I'm like, why you know that?
But she'll tell you exactly
Because
what's wrong with it.
we listen.
I'm
Uh-huh.
listening and I'm learning. Yes.
Y'all need to know exactly what to order when y'all order it off Amazon.
Exactly. When my gadget breaks and I need to replace
I
it,
need
I
some
need to
RAM.
know what I'm buying.
What I'm buying. All right, y'all. Let's talk about empty nesting. Empty nesting can be a crisis or an opportunity.
Michon said, why you had to say it for? Why you had to say it for me?
Hell no.
That was like a shot.
I got some years,
She
yo.
couldn't even finish the sentence. Lord.
Michon just said, oh Lord. Oh
All right.
Lord.
So empty nesting can be a crisis or an opportunity. When the last child leaves home, it creates a gap in many couples' lives. Time and worry that used to be directed towards the kids leaves a hole in a couple's uh, life. They realize that they have a partner in a child rearing, but not in life. Some intentionally renegotiate their roles and discretionary time. For others, it's a welcome freedom to embark on new adventures without worrying whether the teens will have a wild party in their absence or if they're, doing, what teens will do from time to time.
Oh Lord.
Sure, you invest heavily in your children, but don't overinvest to the point of losing your own identities. So, what are your thoughts on this? How important is it to hold on to your separate identity aside from being a parent or aside from, the children?
Well, we raise our children, we raise them to grow up and leave the house. And
Mm-hmm.
so if your whole identity your your children, when they leave the house, your identity leaves with them.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I
And
was
so
trying to
you
teach
really have to go ahead, Misha. I'm sorry.
I was trying to teach Mishan the value of $1, and I offered him $100 to move out, and he still wouldn't do it. So I guess I messed up because I'm telling you right now, I can't wait till these kids get up out of here. Y'all want some kids? How old is Mishan? We got at least 2 more years before he get up out of here.
Two?
You see, it
Who your math teacher?
I'm sorry, 1.5. he getting up out of here.
I
You
see
know,
it.
I thought Michon was going to say something different on this because he actually is the one that had to teach me that. I'm not even going to lie. In all transparency moment for me, um, being consumed with the children, feeling like I always have to be, present 24/7. And every time they call, I got to be running and, all of the things. And, he had to pull me back and be like, all right, listen, like those kids are fine. You know what I mean? And that look, now we be rolling out. We like, all right, we going to lunch. See y'all later. The first look, it only took but one time to make sure the house ain't burned down. They ain't beat each other up. They actually are getting along better now when than they were before. I'm sitting here thinking they're going to be, going at it and it's going to be constant bickering, whatever. So that just goes to show that I guess he know a little bit sometimes, but learning to, he's like, babe, you have to like have, you gotta let them go out on their own sometime. Spend time with them. They come home from school week, spend time or whatever a little bit, talk about their day, blah blah blah, and then they off. And honestly, now that they're getting older, they on the phone, they talking to their friends and stuff. They don't really want much bother with us. I'm starting to see the shift,
Yeah.
and I don't really like it, but. Yeah, you have to, because he made a good point to me a long time ago. He's like, someday they're going to be gone. It's just going to be me and you, and we gonna be sitting there looking at each other like, what we gonna do now?
I think that's in the Bible. Insane.
This is one of the topics that we spend a lot of time on with new couples in marriage counseling, because we need them to have that understanding that you have these children now. You're going to raise them up. And if you raise them up, your job, if you're doing your job right and you raise them up, they are going to leave the home. You raise them to be productive people, to have good lives, and to, God willing, to get a mate and begin their own cycle, of this, in their life. But you have to make sure that you are husband and wife during that time period of raising them. I know it's hard early on when they first come into the world and they need you they need you to eat, they need you to breathe, they need you for everything. But even new parents, you still got to, allow others to stand in the gap and, still be that husband and wife. Because what we find is that, and this happens, I see it a lot with the wives. I see it a lot with the women. Women get so twisted up in that child. My baby this, my baby, my child this, my child that. My child come before my husband. My child. No, 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 no. Okay? And then next thing you know, what? You so twisted up with that husband, with the child, that your husband's got to get his attention from somewhere else.
Yeah, and just to piggyback on top of that, I'm gonna drop some jewels real quick for y'all and just say, allow the grandparents to babysit, even when they're babies, if they don't call every 5 minutes, and Gerber Cheeto Puffs and the playpen work. There you go. So any new parents out there, any new parent couples, when they get to toddler size, Gerber Cheesy Puffs and the playpen and Clifford the Big Red Dog works. It will keep their attention for a good while.
Yeah, yeah.
Something wrong with that dog. A dog just should not be that big.
Listen.
All jokes aside, both of you guys make very valid points, and it's very important, very very important, because we as men, and it works both ways, men and women, but we as men, we're not going to tell you, "Oh, baby, I need some attention." That's not how we get down.
Right.
So eventually, we're gonna get attitude, and I'm gonna go ahead and do whatever interests me. I'm gonna go play my game, and it's to the point where when you want that attention back, I'm playing my game. I don't want no attention right now. But it's very important for the simple fact, like, sis, you got a green thumb. You take pride in nurturing, watering, taking care of your plants. You raise them the way they need to be raised. You give them everything that they need for them to flourish. But you don't sit there and watch them at every given second. That's impossible.
You're right.
So you do the same with your children. You spend the time necessary with your children. You teach your children. You encourage your children to want to learn and grow. You instill all the principles of the foundation in your family household. At the same time, you gotta let them go. When it's time, look, all right, we love y'all. Y'all go upstairs or we going upstairs. You gotta know that it's okay to want your own time.
Yeah.
It's not selfish.
Yeah. And keep in mind too, you're teaching them.
Facts.
You're teaching them. So when they get husband and wives later on in life, they gonna reflect back. Oh, mom and dad did this. They had their time, and they had to be the adults and do what they had to do. So it's very important. It's very important. And for husbands, because I know that the script can flip. I know that the script can flip. And we do get like, I know that we are so busy and so focused on taking care of the children, taking care of the house, taking care of you guys, taking care of our friends, taking care of folks on a job and this, that, and the other. We need somebody to focus on us as well. And so it's important that, and I say this to Phil all the time. If I'm covering you, and you covering me, then we both covered. You know what I'm saying?
I'm watching
and you know what? I'm glad that you mentioned that, because that leads us into our next topic as we're winding down on time. And look, dang, time be flying when you're having fun, y'all. Golly. Try to please the other, deciding to do things out of love and knowing that gestures of kindness build relationship capital. Knowing what each person likes and what the favorite things are a wonderful way to be able to surprise each other. So what is everybody's thoughts on this, and how can you incorporate, trying to be intentional about pleasing your mate, not just on some old I just stumbling upon something, or like being more intentional about trying to please your mate. Like,
you can set yourself up now. As soon as I say, "What's up, baby?" You trying to be intentional or something? I'm telling you right now, it's about to be a problem. You gotta be intentional.
what? I can't.
I don't think that was. I don't think that's where she was going.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Read it again.
I mean,
you'll never find.
I wasn't, but oh well.
Be intentional in all things.
Yeah, about pleasing
all things.
What I say?
Well,
try
there
to
she go.
please the other person. So yeah, I didn't really necessarily mean physical, but
Well, there she go. She said intentional about pleasing your mate. Giggity, giggity, giggity.
Giggity, giggity.
You're nasty, I swear.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Jackie said,
I was about to say.
Let me
because man, you know how many times I just threw up listening to my sister say something about past. I'm gone. I'm getting about
you stupid.
Oh, y'all nasty. Be intentional.
I have no comment.
I don't even got nothing.
You got nothing?
All right. So what I meant was knowing your spouse's ins and outs, knowing what they like, and what they don't like. Matter of fact, I almost feel like knowing what they don't like, I dare say that might be more important than knowing what they like, because if you call yourself, like, if you don't know the love language, we talk about that all the time, you're going to be speaking a whole different, you're going to be over here speaking Chinese and they're going to be speaking Latin, and it's just going to be confusion. And then on top of that, you want to call yourself surprising each other with a gift or a kind gesture. And if you don't know, if you just do it and don't put any thought process into it, the person is going to be looking at you good and cray-cray.
I got an example. I got an example. Okay. All right. So last year, my lovey, he's so sweet, y'all. He is so sweet. I love him. Last year, Lovey went and got me a car wash subscription, so that I could just drive my truck up to the car wash, and I would get out of my truck, and I'd go inside and they would clean, detail, and take care, cleaning my truck, okay? Because he is like, when it comes to the automobiles, he's very meticulous about the automobiles, He gonna be that old man, when he get to a certain age, y'all gonna see him out there with his cloth. He gonna be wiping them down and shining and buffing or whatever.
No, he ain't.
So,
no, he ain't. He done told y'all. He done told everybody when he retire, I will hire people to do it. I ain't working no more. When
Y'all
I
even look on my face
retire,
like,
I will do what I want to do.
anyway, so he went and got me a subscription for the car wash. He know good and doggone well I ain't been more into that. Listen, he said you can just take your car up there and get your car, clean it what? I'm like, what?
It's like it's both hours.
But you know
Wait a
what?
minute, but wait a minute. I said in all of the years we this 18 years for us, y'all. This 18 years. In all these 18 years, when have you known me, Jacqueline Bernice, to take the car herself? Just to get up and say, "Oh, I'm gonna take my car to the car wash and get my car washed."
Well, see, no. Here was the
No, that's not.
listen, here was the thing in doing that. That if you were to say, if I'm busy and you were to say my car needs to be washed, that you wouldn't have to wash it. You could just go up there, give them the keys, and you have a clean car. So I was thinking about you. But what I come to realize is that she was saying, but I have a slave to do that.
I mean, look, listen, I done rolled up to the car wash with you a couple times, bro. Don't worry about it. We gotta get a cigar to you next time we go up the car wash. Bro.
I mean, honestly, something like that though, and I mean, I know my sissy gonna side eye me, but something like that, I kind of don't feel like that's that bad. I'm talking about like, say, I despise the smell of petunias. Like they make me want to throw up in my mouth.
Mother's Day coming.
This is not real, but I'm just saying. And then here this guy goes, "Oh, I know she likes flowers. These on sale, or these look nice. I'm just gonna bring her some petunias."
I mean,
Sir, you
first of
should
all,
know that I feel like petunias smell like poop. And when you bring them in the house and I see them, I'm going to wrinkle up my nose and run out of the room.
I'm gonna keep it a buck.
And
So,
then I get
like,
myself
I
together.
wrinkled up my nose at you giving me a car wash subscription when you know doggone well I'm not going to take. That's wasted money. I'm not taking the car to the car.
Wait a minute. I'm listening. This is the first time I'm ever hearing it. I've never Googled a petunia. My man card is intact. So I'm asking y'all, have I ever bought you a petunia? Because she would have called you, Jackie, and took this Negro and bought me some petunias. What is a petunia? Ever bought you something?
First of all, I made that up. I don't even know if they smell like poop.
Because I was about to go get some petunias tomorrow.
I was just,
Here you go, baby. You know I love you. That's petunias.
Listen, while we talking about flowers, let me get this, because we found this little clip the other day. Somebody sent me this. And
okay.
did you send it to me, Kiara? Or did
I
I
don't
send
know.
it to you? I don't remember. But anyway, y'all listen to this.
Okay.
At a couples counseling meeting, a speaker mentioned that couples are so disconnected that 85% of husbands don't even know their wives' favorite flower.
Oh, yeah.
Mick turned to his wife and whispered, "It's self-rising, isn't it?"
Yeah!
I did send you that. And we said, did we say that was for today?
Yes. And so my question is this to all our viewers out there, and I'm going to start with the men. What is your spouse's favorite flower?
Lily. You like lilies? You like lilies. Calla lilies. Well, I call them lilies. They're calla lilies.
You cannot call just a calla lily a lily.
That's the proper name.
No, it is
Calla
not.
lily.
It is not. Calla lilies are different from lilies. Lilies have a multiple of varieties, but then there's the tiger lily.
I only know
white lily.
I only know one lily. That's the lily that you like.
Lily.
That's the only lily I know. Is
So
the one you like.
got to say,
Matter of fact, if I was going somewhere and somebody would show me a lily, no, that's not a lily. The lily white. But this is no.
Lisa said,
I buy you some beautiful flowers and you turn your face up because they're not lilies. The next time I get you flowers, they're gonna be lily pads. So you better be happy that I bought some nice, beautiful flowers in this place. You can't always, excuse me, y'all got lilies? No? All right. If I come out with no flowers, that's a fight.
Now,
So you
now,
get
and
me
so,
confused.
and Michonne, I do tend to agree with you there. I do tend to agree with you there. No matter what kind of flowers, when he brings me flowers, no matter what kind of flowers they are, I like them. I love flowers. There is a lily that he can't bring me. There's one of the lilies because of the smell, and it sets off my asthma.
Oh, I was going to say, I thought you were talking about the poop smell.
Yeah, there's a lily that I can't
Well, I
take
only
in the
know of
house.
one lily.
So
I only know of one lily. That's the only lily that's important to me.
Well, he got it correct because mine is Lily as well, but I don't have a specific one. I actually like all of them. But the point was, y'all got that correct. So
What's my favorite flower?
Madden.
No, we talk about it when we off the camera.
Your favorite flower is 5 camera flower.
You don't know my favorite flower?
It's 5 camera flower.
Mm-hmm.
Hold up. I tried to scroll. Tia, wait a minute. Tia, oh, that was a while back. Tia Parker said, Pat, hey, Tia. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Tequila. I don't know what Tia was passing feeling about a while back. We missed that, but Lisa.
Stop that. Keep your fingers off there.
Miss Victoria said, my boo gave me carnations all the time. Oh. And Spence said, oh, I'm sorry. Tia Parker said, what about the lily of the valley?
yeah, there's the lily of the valley,
The bright and morning star.
And Nancy Drew said, give him credit for lilies. At least he has that. I agree.
I give him a little
No,
bit.
see, but that's what
little
happens.
18 years in, though, y'all. He should know this.
That's what happens.
What, baby?
It's an immediately mad, not the effort. No, you didn't get me what I wanted, and so I'm mad at you.
You need to fix that because you bought me flowers that were not calla lilies. Have I ever said a smidget of a thing? When?
You said one time when I brought you it was some kind of bouquet. You're like, you know I can't have this. This gonna set my asthma off.
That's the lily.
But
that's the
but
one.
you didn't say
You
didn't say thank you, baby. You remembered and you bought me flowers. Now, if you would have led with that and then come back with the asthma stuff,
and then throw them in the trash.
But you know what?
Yeah, but I didn't go with that.
I mean, I'm going to just put this out there. If it's been a long time since I didn't see some flowers and you know I seen some flowers, they going to have to be correct. That's all I'm saying. Like,
they're going to be correct. They're going to be exactly the right one.
And I might just come and look at you sideways and say about time before I say thank you.
I always going to make sure.
What?
Excuse me.
Yes, Lisa. Yes. Yes, Lisa. Yes.
Changing and nanging it.
Yes.
Boo, changing wanging. Boo, changing wanging.
But you know what, Michonne going to be right out there with them. That's
yes.
Right.
Yes.
Listen, they always correct flowers for me. Excuse me, sir, ma'am, you work here? These ones right here, these ones say $7.99. Now, these the right ones? I don't want to get the $9.99 ones. These the ones? All right. So they always right. Every single time. I'll make sure.
You already know. I don't care if you go pick me some flowers out of somebody's garden, just don't get caught. I don't care.
Just don't get caught.
No, you know I don't care if you give me some Aldi specials. You ain't got to be 1-800. What the number? What the Rose number is?
No. Hey, don't be letting everybody know about my Aldi's, man. Aldi's got some good flowers. You can get them for like $4.99. Aldi's got some good stuff. I mean, I had some Aldi flowers. Bought some Aldi flowers. They stayed alive 2-3 weeks.
Aldi flowers.
I got all these flowers on the table right now, 3 weeks old.
Listen, all right, ladies.
But no, all jokes aside, me and Jackie literally had this conversation recently because I was talking about the time that you spent an arm and leg on some daggone long stem roses, and I was so mad that I couldn't even enjoy them.
He bought you roses, and you were mad.
You know how many meals we could have ate?
They won't know how many meals. He just cut into your Amazon money. That's all.
No, Kiara, I'm with you. I am with you. I don't feel as though, listen, the calla lilies that he would buy me are the only flowers that I would that I would be like, you know what? Yeah, you paid that much for them. If you was giving me calla lilies, yes, because they are expensive and they're hard to find. But anything else, listen, I am okay. Go to Aldi's and get me two bouquets of the, and
Yeah.
Whatever they
you
call it.
still spent under $10. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
These flowers, I know I can care less. They're gonna die tomorrow. These flowers were beautiful. They was like what you see on TV and on these. I put a couple dollars into these flowers. And the first thing she was talking about was how much money I spent on the flowers. But you just said I can go to Aldi, so they can be as cheap as they can be.
Yeah.
But they still
But they can't be as expensive as you can be.
Yes.
Okay, so just remember that. So the next time something coming here from Amazon, I'm gonna make sure you get the one that's on the other end of the spectrum.
You know what? The next marriage edition show, Amazon is not allowed to be mentioned, or we gonna be putting dollars in a jar.
Oh, so that means that we can just cut Prime out now, so that way we won't have to talk about it.
Facts. Because the next juicer she get, she like, I want a juicer, baby. Oh, I got you here. Here you go ahead. We got one right here. That's about all you get.
That ain't even come from Amazon. Oh, yes.
These things.
Come from Amazon.
Yep.
Everything don't come from Amazon. I'm just saying. You got Walmart,
No,
Target, Macy's.
Mommy, where babies come from? Amazon.
Say where babies come from Amazon.
Well, you know what?
Miss Victoria said, "Don't get your man shot picking in somebody's yard." Tia said, "I know that's right. All these, yes, absolutely." Tequila said, "Nope, give me the roses." And Tia said, "That's her mother's favorite. That's her mother's favorite flower too." At Lady J. Lisa said, "Not giants, Michonne." And Miss Victoria, last but certainly not least, said, "I hate roses. They don't last." I could have ate 2 meals off them roses. That's all I'm saying.
Some roses do not last.
They don't. And you didn't spend, and sure they were pretty to look at. Sure they smelled good, but they were dead in like 3 days.
I went to a florist. I went to an actual hello. So the person walked up to you with the suit.
And my stomach was growling.
The person walked up to you with the suit, and all you've been doing is cutting flowers all day, brother. So I went to an actual florist. I was with Oliver, God rest his soul. I'll never forget that. Man, that was that same night I stepped on your cake just to let you know. y'all wanted to know what happened. Yeah, that was the same night I bought a cake and some flowers.
Everything.
Everything go back to the
It
cake.
seems like everything in y'all marriage revolves around that cake.
Tell you, brother.
Listen, we're going to be telling that story to God willing to our great grandkids.
That was the night. That was the night right there. That's what.
Yes, Tia, 2 meals, 2 whole meals, sis. I'm trying to tell you. Them flowers had to be every bit of $150. And I cannot. So needless to say, I hope that he'll never do that.
I'm not. I'm gonna get you $2. You see the people that be on the corner? Excuse me. How much? $5? She said
nah, they're not $5 no more.
Oh no. I'm asking for. Let me just get one. Can you put one in my hand for $250?
All right, Chris Rock.
Wait a minute. My little brother Richard, for any ladies that's out there single, his name is Richard Coleman on Facebook. He said if it were me, I would call 1-800-Flowers. So Richard about to spend that money.
Oh, you gonna have to dig deep for that. You're gonna be digging deep.
You can get those, but just make sure you buy a biscuit or something with it. I mean,
don't be hungry later.
Did she say a biscuit?
I mean, I would
so Michonne, you could have really got her a 2-piece and a biscuit and been all right.
Mm-hmm.
And some flowers out the neighbor's.
No, 2-piece biscuit.
I'm looking at these flowers on because I ain't never even heard of it. I was gonna get some next flowers from there. These cheaper than the ones I bought. So next, you're absolutely right. You ain't getting no more than them. I'm telling you right now. You ain't never get another cake.
Well, that's why it's important to know your mate, because you can listen. Get me my Aldi flowers, and you can spend money on other things like purses or jewelry.
No. See, here it is. See, me, Sean, that's what it is right there. I'm dividing the money so I can get some more stuff. That's what it is. Don't put all the money in one basket. Get me these flowers so that you can get me this purse, and then you can get me this something else. That's what it is.
Because she gonna say, buy me this purse. Matter of fact, don't put the flowers down. Bring the flowers over here. I can put them in the bag. That's how you.
They are cracking up at the biscuit, y'all. I'm trying to tell you. Listen.
And I rest my case.
James Spencer said Krispy Kreme. Yeah, that too. A dozen Krispy Kremes would have did. I'm just saying, I can't eat no flowers that's gonna die in 2 days. That's all I'm saying.
He said Krispy Kreme. He really said
Krispy Kreme.
Yes, Tia, that's what it is. Yes. You can divide it up.
Well, you know what? I got to tell this story again. I've told this story several times. I'm gonna tell it again. I took Jackie shopping, and I said, you can get whatever you want. And we went to Michael Kors, we went to Coach, and we went to Nine West. And she seen this Coach bag. Oh, I just got to have this Coach bag. And I said, well, okay, well, let's go to Nine West. I don't really want to go to Nine West. I see this Coach bag that I like, but let's go to Nine West. And at Nine West, you could get 3 bags for the price of that one Coach bag. And I said to Jackie, now you have to make some pimp-like decisions. You can get 1 bag. That's all you got, 1 bag. Or you can go over here and you can get 3. That's 3 bags, 3 outfits. You got to make a pimp-like decision.
I got 3 bags and a pair of tennis shoes.
The crazy part, she good with that, because I was trying my best. We were actually in a Michael Kors boutique. This is like
we were on our honeymoon.
Yeah, this when he was like it, and his bags was like $500. I said, get the bag, kid. Don't worry about it. Just get the bag. No, I'm gonna put it back. So I can't even get on about that. She's good about certain things, especially when it comes to money.
But
unless it's a kitchen appliance or something and it comes from Amazon, she don't care what the price.
No,
wow, it looks like we're at the top of the hour.
Right. To each his own, but we all have our things that we would be willing to spend more on. Some people will not spend a dime over $50 on a pair of shoes, but they will buy a $500 bag if that's. Listen,
what?
There it is.
What that I bought you this phone? Is that what you're saying?
The phone.
I bought you this phone.
Listen. I will have this phone until I can't talk on it no more. Do you understand? The piece would be hanging off. You know, the earpiece. It would be. That's me. Okay. Every year.
Not every year.
You got a new phone last year, and you got a new phone this year.
This time, baby.
No. You remember the other phone I got is because I had Crazy Phone. Crazy Phone would hang up on people. Crazy Phone would just do crazy stuff. You was happy I got rid of Crazy Phone.
Hey, Rochelle.
Because I would be talking to you. Crazy Phone would just hang up. Crazy Phone would dial people.
What, Key?
All I gotta say is, you asked me to take another picture. I got you, sis. That's I got you.
No, I was getting ready to say Miss Victoria. It sounded like she's throwing me under there. They kicked me and ran me over underneath the bus talking about thrifty babes. Don't be telling the secrets now. You can't listen. You got to.
Yeah. Listen, it's been a long time since I bought a phone. I ain't bought a phone in some years. So,
like I said, he trying to talk that talk because it's been a period of time. This time, sir, you was right there with that one. Every single year, you were getting the newest model phone. So don't think you get no brownie points because it's been a couple in between this time.
Hey, bro, I ain't found no flaws in it, man. I'm still looking. It's almost perfect.
It's 808 next
No, there is a flaw. I will explain to you what the flaw is off camera. There is a flaw.
It better not be no flaw for 1,400 and however much that phone.
I ain't paid 1,400 for it though.
It don't matter. That's what it costs.
And I got a watch with it. Shh, don't tell nobody.
What?
That phone's not $1,400. He did an even swap.
I traded my other phone in. That phone cost me $400.
Oh, I was about to say, cut. Where the cameraman? Oh, the cameraman over here. Cut. Good night.
You see my face? Like that's a mortgage payment. What? You did what?
They offered
You got veins popping out of that. Good night.
They offered me big money, so I traded my other phone and I paid $400.
And I know you didn't pay that for it, but I'm just saying that's how much the phone costs. You'll get another phone next year if they come out with another one. If they add a 6 camera and come out with one in 6 months, you gonna talk about babe.
It's got 6
But
cameras.
you know what? But you know what? When they come out with that phone that can take a picture in the future, I'm getting that one.
Thanks. Hold up, they don't know about our see, they talking about just what's here. They don't know we walking around with little telescopes in our pocket, though, do they, Phil?
All right.
We literally have telescopic codes. Right.
All right, Key, we are at 8:09.
Don't be trying. Oh no, don't be trying. The camera get ready to go off. You in trouble talking about some dang on Amazon. Y'all want to be. All right.
Let me juice. Come on.
You gonna get them juice.
You gonna get the juice.
You gonna get the juice. All right, y'all. We are way over. It is
8:09. What I just told you it was. Why are you looking for? I told you what it
I
was.
was looking at these comments. Oh my gosh. Thank y'all for tuning in tonight. We have just had so much fun as we always do. Victory Talk Marriage Edition. I don't even remember what we was talking about. I just remember Amazon and 5 cameras. But thank y'all for tuning in with us tonight. We look forward to seeing y'all next Friday. We are having our Fit for Life session. It's not our usual Friday, but we still going to get it in, everybody, because I don't know about y'all, but me and my sissy try and get Summertime Fine real quick while it's still early enough to get it in. So next Friday, same time, same place. We will see y'all then. Until then, good night, everybody. Be safe and be blessed.
Good night.
Love y'all.